Yeah, because we probably want to know who are really the principals now. But if she doesn't stop, well, the most guilty will be her, no? Wala tayong alam kung who else will be there.
Yo, speaking of foreign powers, China, what is your read of the latest incident? Kasi yung favorite columnist ni Ronald Capon, excited for China. China outsmarted Marcos Jr. It's amazing, no? We have people here who are cheering for China, who are happy for China. Like, China, thank you for taking away. You embarrass Marcos. I so hate Marcos. I rather have China of that place.
Tapos,
surrendered daw.
Susunod siya ng column, ang ini-affirm niya ay yung mas pa siya, mas gangho pa siya kesa dun sa
Chinese,
sa Foreign Affairs Ministry ng China, no?
Medyo Global Times yung kalaban niya, kalabal niya. Medyo,
at madalas na lumalamang pa siya.
Medyo
Bobby Tiglao.
Supra Times. Kaya nga sabi ko, Jonathan Morales.
Ako di ko alam. Nalaman ko na.
Justice, now you see where I come from. Now you see my dilemma.
Hindi ko alam kaya na yung pinag-uusapan na. Si Bobby Tiglao pala.
Nakalusot na nga
Pero China, di ba?
Sumikat pa. Why may sex? Not even worth it. Natatawa lang ako. Yes, Justice.
Well, you have to understand that's coming from a guy who said that the arbitral award is null and void. So, he has taken the line of China completely. So
I wonder why. No? I wonder why.
Wala tayong magawa because he said that the arbitral award is null and void, then talagang yan, on the side of China talaga yan.
Pero yung newspaper na yan, di ba may mga editorial na ngayon na inatak pa si Digong as agent of China. What's going on with that newspaper? I was like, so we know what was going on during, yung nilagay kayong dalawa sa Matrix, di ba? Ako yung wala si Jollibee pa nga. Nilagay ka ba sa Matrix dati? Hindi, no?
Hindi.
Yung Matrix na, ikaw nilagay ka.
Oo, twice. Pero Manila Times kasi, siyempre, mga may-ari niya.
Ayan tayo! Ayan tayo! Man! Where is...
Ang mga may-ari niya, mga negosyante rin So, they have to balance
Kanina.
They have to balance
Wala nang plausible deniability.
Huwag kang mag-alala, I'll take the cudgels for you.
No, I paalala po, Ronald Llamas is not a legal. Ikaw, Justice, what's your take? Surrender ba yung nangyari sa Skoda Shoal? Na-outsmart na ba tayo ng China? Tapos na bang laban? Should we bring out the red carpet for Chinese, victorious Chinese friends? Mga ganun.
Well, we did not surrender, no? We had to leave. Teresa Magbano had to leave because
5 months na.
Yeah, 5 months there were low on supplies. Some of their people were sick, and also there was an inclement weather coming.
Yes.
So it was justified to leave, but it doesn't mean that we surrendered. I think we sent a ship there to replace a smaller ship, 44 meter, but I think it encountered a problem because it was blocked by the Chinese. So I've been saying, let's file another arbitration case. Because once an arbitration case is filed, there's a principle that the parties should not aggravate the dispute. So if China will ram again our ships, that's aggravating the dispute, bad faith, the court will get mad at them. That's exactly what happened in the 2016 arbitral award. No? Second, we should accept the U.S. offer to escort. Yeah, because the plan of China is to ram our ships, butasan nila, and we run out of ships, of Coast Guard vessels, because we have only 2 97-meter Coast Guard vessels, and one will be out of commission for maybe it will take 5 to 6 months to repair. So talagang mauubos yung ating Coast Guard vessels doon. So to counter that plan of China to decapitate our ship, let's have the escort.
Tungkol dyan sa second arbitral case na posible justice. Ano last year kasi mas umaandar yan No? Ngayon parang hindi na pinag-uusapan sa government circles.
Yeah.
Ano bang, from your vantage point, anong tingin nyo yung possibility
DOJ,
niyan?
mga ganun.
Well,
Dahil hindi naman tayo magsasampa niyan eh. Gobyerno magsasampa eh. No?
Yeah, that's right. Well, yung when they're talking of a second case in the wave several months back, they were talking of damage to the environment na sinira raw yung coral reef. But I said, you need a marine scientific assessment that the damage was caused by man and not by a tsunami or
Climate
typhoon or
change,
anything
Natural.
no? Kasi nobody saw it eh.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to prove to the tribunal that it was the Chinese, tatanungin nila, what's your proof?
Yeah. And the body conducting that should be neutral, not Filipino, not
Yeah, so we should
not
have-
American, whatever. Yeah.
We should have our own assessment, and we should get a foreign group to do also the assessment, because the tribunal will get their own, and they can compare, no? So for filing that case, the most important document that we must present will be the marine scientific assessment. And we have not done that, so we cannot move forward on that. In the meantime, nagbanggaan, binutasan na yung ating Coast Guard vessel, we can now ask for damages. It's easier because we have all the video, we have the people to testify, all the pictures, so we can ask for damages. We can file that, and let's say we're awarded $1 million, China will not pay. But may utang tayo sa China eh. Because of the
Ibabawas.
Kaliwa Dam.
Ibabawas.
Yeah, but pwedeng ibawas.
Oo.
So,
Diba,
that's-
hostage taking, medyo hostage exchange ba ito? May utang ako, ito.
Pero may pagka-punitive yun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
but China dreads another arbitration case because the world will rally behind an arbitral award, just like in the 2016. And that's why Wu Shikun said, we must stop the Philippines from filing another case. Sinabi niya yun eh.
Yeah.
That means they
Yes.
really dread, because if there's another arbitral award against, talagang everybody will say, talagang wala yung
Pero
that's
tatanggapin
right.
ba ng UNCLOS yung isang damage, about damages?
Yeah, they will.
So we'll build on the 2016 arbitral tribunal.
Yes, that will be
They were
on
found
top.
of violating
Oh.
the environment. But speaking of this, I mean, can't we just leverage the threat of arbitration? Don't think
Well, we've
do you
already,
think we're past that point?
yeah, we're past that point, no?
Bakit they just don't think it's credible threat? Maybe to make the threat more credible, make some moves.
Well, I think we should just go on, because the arbitral award will be another rallying point for the rest of the world, no?
But when you say rest of the world, I mean, China has a lot of countries in its pockets. No offense to these countries, right? I mean, let's start with ASEAN. Who do you think will back us up?
Well, the ASEAN, although Vietnam is really, in a way, invoking also the award, because they say that the Nine Dash Line is a fiction, and also Malaysia, without really saying, without really citing the arbitral award. But of course, everybody knows that that's their basis. It's only Indonesia that said that under the arbitral award, that's a fiction. So, but the scholars say that, but the official line of the government is they don't mention it, but they're saying it's a fiction without saying why.
Right. Now, let's go to the last part of this discussion.
May pahabol lang.
Yes, please, go ahead, please,
Going
go
back to sa
Yes,
Teresa
sir.
Magbanwa na pinag-usapan natin kanina. Justice, for the past 3 weeks, pinag-uusapan na natin na kulang sa pagkain, kulang sa tubig, kulang sa supplies yung Teresa Magbanwa. Kaya hindi surprising yung kanilang dire straits. Bakit hindi pinipreposition yung papalit earlier? Bakit
tayo pa na
bakit
talaga,
pinaalis
oo.
muna bago
Agree.
nagpapunta? So, madaling harangan, no? Yun yung tanong ko eh. Is it a tactical mistake? Is it a ano ba yung naging problema? No?
Well, because remember, we sent the smaller ship, yung BRP Engaño.
Yeah.
Those are 44 meters. no?
44
Almost
meters.
And they were stopped.
Yeah.
They were stopped.
Yes,
So if we
twice.
send another 44 meter, it will be stopped.
Yeah.
That's why, unless we get the Americans to join us there, but we have not yet made that decision. So pag nagpadala tayo, haharangin din.
Why not Navy? Naval warships,
Oh,
BRP.
that's another
Harangin din yan.
that's another decision point because we have not yet made a decision to send the Navy. No? We're
So
using
that's the position, Admiral, na actually if you use Navy, magdadalawang isip ang China to block it. And these are bigger ships we have.
Hindi, pero there are 7 PLA Navy vessels doon, no? There
We have
are
to take risk
there
at
are
some
more than
point, yeah.
12 na
Yeah.
Coast Guard and there are more than 50 na militia.
Militia, yeah.
So lahat meron eh.
yeah.
But
So, but if you look at what happened in Malaysia when they sent their survey and drill ship to their EEZ and China said you cannot do that, that's within the 10-dash line. Pinadala pa rin nila and the US and Australian warships were there.
They did joint patrols.
Oh, it was a joint patrol but they were there conducting naval drills kasi they have
Kumbaga,
freedom
malapit
of
sila.
navigation.
2021,
So walang
yeah.
nagawa yung
Yeah.
Chinese Coast Guard.
So for you, that's
Really
that's
the
template.
That's a template for successful
And on,
resupply.
unlike Malaysia, we're a treaty ally, so the US will have to come in. They have
Yeah.
no choice.
Of course Malaysia will not admit it, but that was arranged behind the scene. Behind the scene, no? That the US will be there conducting naval drills at the same time. By orchestration, that was orchestrated.
Justice, what is the status of the Escoda Shoal? I mean, do we have any troops presence there? Can we build facilities? Can we ground another warship? Kasi we keep on hearing, di ba, nung TAC forum
Yeah.
natin na akala daw ng China, baka mag-build din tayo ng BRP Sierra Madre natin. What is our presence there?
Well, right now we don't have a presence because the other 44-meter boat that we sent was blocked, no?
Yeah.
But the Skoda Shoal has many entrances.
Two
So
entrances,
yeah, it's easy
from
to
east and
enter.
west. Yeah.
It's easy to enter. So it's not like Scarborough Shoal. There's only one entrance.
one
to
lagoon. Oo.
one. So we can go back there, no? And we can go back there with a big ship like the Magbano, Teresa Magbano,
Yeah.
no? Or Melchor
I mean, this is
Aquino.
just 70 nautical miles from Palawan. It's just too close to us for us to
Yes,
give up to
yes.
the Chinese. If they build
Yeah.
facilities military there, it's too much. It's
Ang
too close
problema
to
lang
us.
natin dyan, malaki nga yung Escoda eh. Pero ang kaibahan lang, ang dami ring Chinese vessels na nakakuan
Yeah.
ngayon. dyan.
71.
Oo.
Oo.
At pwede pa nilang dagdagan.
Of course, because they have 200 in
Yes.
the air,
Yeah.
203 in the air.
Yun lang yung problema natin. Kahit malaki yung Escoda, pwede nila i-flood dyan eh, ng mga vessels
Yung
nila.
performance,
Unlike us.
of course.
Unlike us. No?
Yeah. Kaya nga, just to say, maybe the Americans have to come in. Admiral Ong Kapon was saying maybe the Navy has to step in. So, hindi siya madali. But we have options. There are toolkits there, right? And
Yeah.
you're saying arbitration probably should also
Yeah,
come in,
I think it's time to bring in the arbitration
Yeah.
already.
to get their attention. No, to get,
Yeah, and
we're serious
because
people.
the world will rally behind an arbitral award. No?
Yeah. Pero a week ago, nagkaroon na naman tayo ng bilateral meeting sa Beijing. No? Ostensibly, to build on the agreement sa Ayungin. No?
Provisional.
Pero how feasible ba, Justice, na meron kang agreement sa Ayungin, pero meron kang heightened aggression sa Scarborough, sa Escoda, sa Sabina, no? So how terrible, 'di ba? Parang
Sinasalami slice ba nila
tayo
tayo?
ba
Or what's going on?
is this naive for the government to expect na pwedeng magkaroon pa ng similar agreement like sa Ayungin sa
Well,
ibang bahagi ng West Philippine Sea?
First of all, the Chinese look at the West Philippine Sea as a whole.
Yes.
Right.
So
Integrated theater.
yeah, we may have an agreement here, but the rest of the area we're still claiming it.
Mm.
Secondly, I'm not happy with that agreement
Yeah.
Mm.
I heard
because that agreement in effect says we cannot resupply unless we hold a meeting first with the Chinese.
coordination-ish.
Yeah. So, in other words, China has a veto power. If because right now we have sovereign rights, we can go there anytime to resupply.
Yes.
But what we're doing is we are weakening that right
Mm.
by saying we'll do that only if we meet with the Chinese. So it's not, as if we are cutting down our rights.
Mm.
Mm. We're
because
tying
of-
our own hands.
Yeah,
behind
we're tying
back.
our own hands. So
Yeah.
I said, we better not continue with that.
Right.
Much less expand it because China will say, oh, you agreed we have some rights
Yun nga eh. So it's a de facto recognition
So,
of
de
their
facto,
questionable-
yes.
yeah,
So we should
their
not do
question.
it.
But I think what happened, again, to be fair, because I interviewed si Ambassador Manalo also on this, his stance was we didn't compromise or anything like that. He I think even his question whether he's saying no coordination whatsoever. So actually, I don't know what really was agreed upon. It's like there's not even an agreement to agree to disagree. Like, right?
Yeah.
It's what the
There was no agreement because China is saying, no, this was the agreement. We
And
said, no,
they said,
that's
no, it's not,
exactly.
yeah.
So there was, first of all, there was no
Yeah.
agreement. So if you want to expand it, what are you
So baka we
expanding?
have to just Harry Rocket them. Squid game lang, di ba? Yung parang what Harry does to us, i-Harry natin ng China. May you never know, it might work, right? I think we can squid them the Chinese also. Maybe we can send Harry Rocket to negotiate. Ay, hindi pala, ano siya. May Pogo angle. Last point.
China eats squid.
Yeah.
They're the biggest eater of squid sa buong mundo. Kaya
Maganda tayo ng
hindi
ibang
mo sila
ano.
hindi mo sila pwedeng
O nga, no, they like,
Yeah,
tayo dyan, o nga.
even sa Latin America,
Yeah,
they're harvesting
why-
squids.
they have a sea of ink to throw.
Yun nga, yeah. So last part, very shortly, Sara Duterte. Can we talk about Sara Duterte a bit? Last time we discussed Sara Duterte, I said something like she seems like a poor copy of an original poor political entity, right? But in fairness, yung latest niya, I think she came in quite strong and just shut
Ayan
down
na,
the
ayan
whole
na.
thing and saying, I can see, kasi now I'm a DDS fan.
Ayan na,
I'm a
pro
DDS
Sara.
hero. Kasi
Hindi naman
sabi
daw
ko,
DDS, pro Sara lang.
oh, I don't care for anyone except Sarah. I was very impressed kay Sarah kasi ang galing niya magbasa sa cellphone. Ang galing ng cellphone niya, siguro Huawei. Ang galing ng binasa niya sa cellphone. I think that was the best statement that ever came out of the OVP office of Sara Duterte. No, immediately shut down. Tapos yung congressman, binambazuzel niya yung congressman. Bakit? Di naman ako Rosa person ako. Bakit? Hindi na ako ganyan. Tapos gano'n na lang siya, kinarin lang na, walk out na. Tapos si Ma'am Arroyo pa na ayos-ayos ng hair. Can we take a break? Tapos nagbulong-bulong. Like,
Dapat sinabi sa kanya ng isa o dalawa doon sa mga congressista ron. What's so difficult about taking an oath?
yun nga eh. Like, ayaw mo mag-sabi ng katotohanan.
Parang walang direct na confirm.
To tell the truth, but nothing but the truth, so help you God. What's so difficult about that, no? Tapos sasabihin mo na hindi ka humihingi ng special treatment. By not taking that oath, you already are asking for special treatment, no? So, ang daming pwedeng ibutas doon sa kanyang kwan. Medyo hindi lang ganun ka-sharp yung mga kongresista. Medyo lang.
Hindi ko na i-defend Mark,
kasi ano eh, ang pinakapunto dito, the whole exercise of getting Sarah diyan sa as a resource person or witness is yung ano siya eh, yung showmanship of it all eh. Yun eh. You're not going to get anything. Kumbaga yun nga yung sinabi ni Sarah, ano lang naman to eh. So kung alam nyo naman lahat na this is all for showmanship, di ba, ba't hindi nyo din paghandaan? Bakit why did parang Sarah have to make some of the congressmen look weak, di ba? Pag iba yung resource person, sinasabon nila, napakaano nila, nung si Sarah na, parang yung iba sa kanila tumitiklop na.
Ang sabi ni Congressman Chua, respect daw for the office. Yun ang sabi niya. Tinanong ko lang kay Congressman Chua, bakit sa iba pwede niyo i-contempt? Bakit ito hindi man lang? No?
Special treatment.
There's a respectful way na makipagbardagulan. So,
Let's see justice. Okay, just go ahead. Do your respectful bardagulan.
Well, I think nagulat sila, no?
Yeah.
They were not prepared for that kind
For a
of
prepared Sarah.
Yeah,
They were not
prepared.
prepared for a prepared Sarah. In fairness.
So they have to prepare next time.
See, I'm right. Sarah was better prepared. Galing niya
Pero hindi mo naman kinakailangan
pangatlong labas na ni Sarah eh.
hindi mo kinakailangan ng masyadong preparation para sabihin
Para
na
mas-
ang resource persons has to take an oath, no? Hindi lang witness,
So,
no?
sa ano ba talaga? Kasi di ba sabi ni
hindi
Chua,
kinakailangan ng preparasyon doon eh.
So should she take an oath even if she's not
Oo nga. That's
If she's just a resource person, hindi naman siya inakusa, hindi naman
Sa
siya
rules
witness.
daw.
Yeah.
Witness lang daw ang
I know
nag-oo.
hindi kayo
Hindi.
nag-legislate.
Tinanong ko sila, tsaka tinanong ko rin yung Senate. Hindi pwede magkaiba yung rules ng Senate sa House sa resource person tsaka sa witness.
I think
About
catch-all
taking-
dapat
Oo.
natin yan.
Oo.
Applicable whether
Oo.
kay Cassie Ong
Nung una ko narinig yan, nagtawag ako eh.
Yeah.
Sabi ko, ano ba to?
So baka nakalusot ng
Oo.
saan? What is your read of that whole performance or that hearing? Oo.
Well, nagulat ni Sara yung mga yung mga
prepared siya.
yeah, congressman, wala silang for example on the whether she needs to take the oath or not. No?
Yun pa lang, wala.
Their response was not forceful.
Yeah. Ang paliwanag ni Chairman Chua, Congressman Chua, ay bago lang naman siya. Parang first time
Yeah.
na naging head ng committee, no? Something like that. So,
Kaka-upgrade.
Nilalapas
Sabi ko
na.
nga, Sarah has only one move. She has only one may isang lang siya, may isang mode lang siya, which is parang spoiled brat, magbratinela. So basang-basa mo dapat eh. She did that sa Senado.
that was a
She did that
predictable
nung
move, yeah.
parang
huling
parang nung
hearing.
una niyang harap, ang
Oh.
dinepensahan siya
Lisa.
ni Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, no, GMA, na hindi pwedeng dapat ang pinag-uusapan yung 2025 budget. Alam ni former Speaker Arroyo na hindi, na pwedeng balikan yung mga nakaraang mga taon, pwede i-compare, no? Pero nung simula nakalusot dahil wala masyadong nag-engage, di ba? Parang na-intimidate eh. Na-intimidate. Yun yung sinasabi ni Justice na kailangan mas mag-prepare pa sila, no? Ng maayos. Pero bahagi nito ay hindi lang preparasyon eh. Bahagi nito ay stock knowledge eh. Dapat alam mo yung mga rules na ganyan eh.
Briefings,
Oo.
basic briefings.
Dapat you bring the people na may stock knowledge siya, ganun. Dapat
Wait lang,
you
we
should
can
have
do
them
that
on
in our Patapusin mo natin yung guest natin. Relax lang kayo dyan. Just on the last note, okay, Justice, so sinasabi nila kami ni Ronald ay sensationalist kasi impeachment kami, impeachment. At the same time, pinapagalitan din tayong dalawa kasi sabi natin ICC September. Paubos na yung September, mawala na kami ng kredibilidad. Kaya nagsara na ako Nagsara na ako para may pag-asa na tayo as political analyst. Justice, ano bang marites natin? We had some of the key lawyers or informed, sabi they're calling now on the ICC to move faster now on this. So we're not the only one expecting something on ICC front, right?
Well, we said that it was likely to be issued September, but of course we didn't say for sure.
For sure, yan. See?
Si Justice nagsabi
Comment
na
so!
pag ikaw eh.
This is 100%!
Wala naman pwede magsabi sa ICC ng exact timeline.
Wala.
Walang-
Oh, pero yun ang dapat timeline, di ba? More or less before the end of the year, di ba?
Yeah.
Yun yung inaasahan
Oo.
natin.
In terms of administrative and di ba? If you look at the schedule and everything, my understanding is everyone who knows about the legal aspects of this, they expect it now, but they just want it ahead of elections. Ahead of, October, filing of candidacy. Not
Actually,
elections.
pwede mong sabihin kasi na, usually 7 years yan. Pero hindi mo ma-eksakto sa buwan. Usually, yung preliminary investigation, matatapos yan. Yung institutional memory ng ICC, 7 years, lalabas na international warrant. Yun yung pan. Pero yung exact month, hindi mo sigurado.
Pero hindi yung year ang basis, diba? Ang basis na is since naging formal na yung investigations, diba? And then from there you can count it from what I understand. Okay, I can see Justice is all saying, wag mo ako ipahamak! Alright. No, guys, it will come. Don't worry, it will come. No, it's the same with the arbitration case, diba? We were
Yeah.
expecting it to come 2015. Paano nga, diba?
Yeah.
Eventually, it came but a few months later, including later than Pinoy. Once
Yes,
Pinoy was
yes,
out.
yes.
So, actually, this is not the first time this is happening. More or less, it happened with a few months up and
These
down.
are international bodies
Yeah,
composed
we
of
cannot
different
control,
countries.
yeah.
Eh, no?
Yeah, we cannot
Yeah.
control.
No.
But just as if ever there's a red notice by Interpol this month or next month, do you think that could be a game changer? Kasi parang sablay na impeachment proceedings. I don't think that will prosper under current conditions.
What will not prosper?
Yung impeachment before midterms. Because 2 weeks ago, some people were optimistic about the momentum. Ngayon, nabubisit na iba. Like si Sunny, di ba? Ako nang gano'n dyan, di ba?
Siya na magka-fight.
Oo. True
Kay
sponsors.
Janice.
Well, I don't know when they will file, if ever they will file, because we don't know really
Yeah.
what they have in mind. But on the red notice, it follows the same procedure as the extradition.
It has to go to the court again and
Yes, it
determine
has.
its applicability.
Yeah,
exactly.
the DOJ will have to file a petition with the RTC, and
Same.
that takes a lot of
Time
time
again.
because it goes to the CA, it goes to the Supreme Court, where 13 of the 15 justices.
We're appointed by Duterte.
Yes.
Well, I think on that note, I won't put any adjective on that somber note. I won't say sobering. Thank you so much, Justice
Okay,
Carpio, for giving
thank
your
you
time.
for having me.
Really, really appreciate your time. That was very, very traffic day. Any final questions and notes from my
Pasensya na, Justice, ha, sa
Pinahama ka namin.
traffic. Oh.
Oo.
Alabang pa nakatira si Justice. Layo.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Justice.
yeah.
Baka may masabi si Ronald. Off ko na lahat to. Usually the worst things are said when yung akala ni Sir Ronald is ano. Thank you so much, Justice Carpio.